Hey everyone, this is Don from weldrig.com, and today we're taking a look at the Leatherman WAVE. Well guys, I gotta tell you, when you get one of these things, it makes your chest hair grow. No, I'm not kidding, man. Millions of reviews, thousands of very happy men, tradesmen have been using these things for years. Probably the best multi-tool, I'm convinced it's the best multi-tool on the market, period. So here's the sheath for it. Comes with a leather sheath. I think you can get a vinyl one as well. I prefer the leather one. It looks nice. Got the nice Leatherman embossment there. Check it out. This is my old one. I didn't break my old one. I lost it, and I cried about it for 6 months until my wife finally got me a new one for my birthday. Talk about a blubbering baby. But if you're gonna cry over something, cry over your Leatherman if you lose it. So the first thing you'll notice is there's every single tool on the Leatherman WAVE locks, and there's a few different mechanisms. This is the mechanism for the tips, and you'll see how this snaps out. Here's a screwdriver bit. It snaps out, and you see this little release, and it clicks back. And then I'll just pull out another tool here. There's the can opener, and again, clicks open, and that little button on the back, you do press it, and you can close the tool. It really makes it safe. Every single tool locks in place and makes it very stable and safe usage of each tool. So here's the business end of the Leatherman WAVE. These are the pliers. This is what makes it unique. Leatherman invented the plier multi-tool. They're the first ones to make them. Solid tool, very precisely made and well put together. The jaws meet nicely. They're not offset in any way. They touch at all points. It's not like they're awkwardly put together. I love how this whole tool slips back together. Watch it. Watch the precision as I compress the two sides. Watch it come together, just like that. Now that is a satisfying feeling. I'm telling you, it compresses into a nice little piece, but look at the manufacturing into this thing. This is you know, in a class all of its own. Not to knock Gerber, I like a lot of Gerber's tools, but when it comes to multi-tools, they're just simply outclassed. So let's go ahead and take a look at the different tools. 17 different tools in all on the Leatherman WAVE. I like it. Here's the straight blade, 420 high carbon steel, and also for the serrated blade. It's a nice piece. It's also got a hole there so you can feed things through. Check out how sharp this knife is. Just slices paper just like that. Beautiful. I like a nice sharp knife. It comes right out of the box, razor sharp. And of course, any knife you're going to have to keep it sharp. So I always recommend to have a nice little sharpener nearby, even if it's just a ceramic pull-through sharpener, something to keep these things nice and sharp. So let's take a look at the next tool. Here's the serrated blade. Again, 420 high carbon steel. Not the highest grade steel you can get, but it's decent. For this type of blade to stay sharp, you're going to need to get, I would recommend a little Smith's sharpener. It's a circular diamond file that you can use to keep it sharp. Again, good quality, and these knives lock in place as well. You see right there on the side for the main blades, there's a release mechanism that holds them in place. So let's look at the next thing here. This is the wood saw. Again, clicks out nicely, locks in place. Pretty straightforward. Again, good quality. Click, pushes in, and away you go. It puts it away. So next we have the file. We have a wood metal file. Two sides. One side's got the diamond coating. You take a look at that. That's for the heavy duty stuff. Pretty rugged. The opposite side we have the coarser wood and metal file. So pretty decent, really useful. I've used it quite a few times in a lot of different things. Okay, now let's spin this puppy around and take a look at the tools on the tips. First of all, we've got a nice interchangeable bit on the end, which is really handy. Phillips flathead. You can also order multiple different kinds, Robertson heads, square heads, all kinds of different tools, depending on what you use most often. But these I find I use most. So again, they click in and lock, and we've already seen this one. I would just want to point out that there is a wire stripper right there. See that? They snuck a wire stripper in there, which is really handy. So yeah, looks good. Moving along over to the other side, we've got, first of all, flathead screwdriver, a heavier one. I like that. And again, the tools come out nicely, and they've got little knobs you can get your fingers on. This one I really love. It's like a jeweler's screwdriver, and again, interchangeable. Super awesome. Love it. You can pull them out, switch them around. So I have a little tiny Phillips head and a flathead. Guys with glasses and other things, you know, that require small, tiny screws. Love it. I've used it lots of times too for more than one thing. You can use it almost like a toothpick as well. So that's a useful tool. Scissors, this is one of my favorite parts of this tool. The scissors comes out, pretty smart way to stow it, but that's spring loaded, and you can just grab a hold of it. I like to double up the handles and then grab a hold of it with my thumb and just go right at it. So you just grab it. It's nice and sharp, cuts through paper nicely. Obviously this isn't heavy duty scissors, but for doing simple things like taking care of wounds, cutting open, you know, tape and different things like that, it works great. Again, folds away nicely, just like that. And away you go. And that satisfying click. Beautiful. I don't know why. I just love that click. Sorry guys, it's just something. And the weight of this tool is really nice in the hand too. It feels substantial but not excessive. Like that, there's bigger tools in this, like the Leatherman Surge. I find that the Leatherman Wave works nicely. And you'll see that we can the way you can use this for screwdrivers, multiple different ways. You can get the thicker handle if you really need torque, but or if you're getting into tight spots, you can extend the tool out like this and get it into some pretty tight holes and things like that to get in there. I use about 3 different positions with this thing to get a hold of different kinds of screws. So again, here's another one where you can turn one of the handles into a right angle and then kind of push in and torque on it. I find that's useful for certain applications as well. So yeah, I like that. And then of course you can do that on the other side. Same thing with the other flathead screwdriver, which is right here. Again, exact same format. Flip the tool around, lock in place, and there you go. You got an extension and a right angle for torquing. So lots of really useful formats, useful layouts that you can use to make this thing work. Again, here we are. The pliers is where the whole tool is built around, and these are very good quality pliers, as I mentioned earlier. There's the teeth. You got different sizes of serration, starting at the tip of finer serration, and then you got a wider grip to get around any type of nut or whatever you need to grab a hold of. And then there's the cutters. Now this is the one drawback that I have with the Leatherman WAVE, and I wish they had interchangeable wire cutters like they have on the Surge. That would be the only reason why I'd have a problem with this. But with the Leatherman WAVE, they have a very, very awesome warranty. They'll replace and fix your parts, you know, on these things, lifetime warranty. So that's helpful, and I've heard good reports of a lot of people getting awesome service for wear and tear items. So here's the verdict. The Leatherman WAVE just seems to be the right size tool. It's better than the Surge as far as size. If you're into trades, you might want to step up to the Surge, more tools and such. But for everyday life, guys, this is what makes the Leatherman WAVE great. It makes your life more efficient. We're talking about You know, the average day you're stopping in your car, you've got some problem with your car, or you're cutting a box down to put it in recycling, or you got to pick up something that's hot and you use the pliers to do it. It's that type of thing that makes your life so much more efficient. It's like having a tool belt, a toolbox, but on your belt, 17 different tools to make your life more efficient. So at wellrig.com, we're all about quality. I mean, quality, durability, buy it for life, buy it once type investments. This is one of those tools that will make you more efficient as a man, more useful in so many different environments. If you're interested in more products like that, head on over to wellrig.com. Like this video, share it. Guys, get yourselves well equipped, well rigged. You know what I'm saying? I'll catch you guys later.